Jose Young's here at the MMA Fighting, speaking with Justin Tafa at the UFC 247 Media Day here in Houston. Now, before we get to the fight, you're kind of giving the UFC PR a little grief. They didn't give you a UFC Australia shirt for the fires, correct?
Oh, hard out, man. Like, even me, Ty, we've been asking around, and they're like, nah, we'll wear the shirts. We're from the States. Show some love. I'm like,
Sure.
what about me?
Well, how is the situation back home with the fires?
But to be honest, I didn't really know. Like, I've been away for 2 months in Thailand and in Auckland, so yeah, I couldn't tell you. But by the sounds of things, like with the media not putting out so much disaster, it must be getting down now.
Was it difficult at all being away and like having to focus on camp and not worrying about constantly trying to check in back home?
Yeah, definitely. It was just lucky that my family weren't affected. Like, we're in Brisbane and the northern part of Australia, and we didn't get affected by it, but we still copped a lot of smoke from there. So it must have been a really big bushfire.
And looking at your fight on Saturday, you are fighting Juan Adams. Both of you are coming off losses. And I do want to ask you something specifically. I spoke with Eddie Alvarez a long time ago, and he said when he lost to Conor, it was like the biggest stage near his home, like near where he grew up. All eyes were on him, and it kind of like it can't get any worse than that. Like after that, is it similar to you? Like you lost. You don't have that. It's your first loss in your hometown. Like from there on out, can it get any worse after that?
Man, you know what? I went to watch my little brother's fight in Melbourne in December, and Mark Hunt, and he was just like, we're having coffee. He's like, hey, at least it can't get any worse than that, And I was like, yeah, 100%. They said, yeah, exactly right, man. Like right now, like fight week now has just been like, man, this is so much easier than the last one.
Is there any pressure not having that undefeated O next to your, like when John Jones has said, like having that one kind of alleviates not being undefeated anymore?
Well, no, man, I didn't care about undefeated, like losing or whatnot. Like my style, so sometimes I'm going to cop a loss, I think, and I'm not going to be one of those ones that are just chasing to be safe and get that O, stay clean. But yeah, that's it.
What do you make of Juan as an opponent? He is coming off the two losses he lost to Greg Hardy. He's moved camps recently. He said for the first time he's watching footage of his opponents. He actually has watched a lot of footage on you that he's never done before. He said there's not a lot out there, but he is watching footage on you. What do you make of Juan as an opponent?
I think he's all good, he's a big guy. I know he can wrestle, and I know he likes to throw it long. So, he's had a few fights now in the UFC, and he's coming off a few losses. So, all the pressure's on him. To perform in the hometown, coming off 2 losses.
Are you a fighter that watches footage or tape on your opponent? Or?
Everyone keeps asking me, like, oh, hey, what about Juan's last fight? I was like, yeah, there wasn't much to watch, Sure. So I watched a couple, just like little spurts of stuff, and no, it's all good.
And then one final one for me. Everyone asks people, like, what's your prediction for Saturday, this and that. So I'll ask you, 1 year from now, February 2021, where do you see yourself in the UFC?
I'm probably in the top 15, but in the heavyweights, maybe top 10. Say 2 losses in what? Sure. Title fight? Nah. Top 10, hopefully. Top 15, yeah.
Well, thank you so much and good luck on Saturday. Appreciate you.